Have you ever wanted to increase your FPS, decrease your input delay and ping in a few minutes? This is the EXM Free Tweaking Utility, a tool which will help your PC achieve better performance and lower latency in any game. But before we start the video, I want to tell you guys about our EXM Premium and Standard Tweaking Utilities. These are the most advanced and effective optimization tools that we have to offer. They will completely optimize your PC with an press of a few buttons. So if you notice a difference after using our free tweaking utility, our premium and standard tweaking utilities will help you so much more. We have over 3,000 customer reviews on our Discord server and website, so make sure to check out exmtweaks.com to completely optimize your PC and unlock your full potential. Alright, so the first thing that you have to do is download the utility. All you have to do for that is join our Discord server, which will be linked in the description. And in our Discord server, just navigate over to the free tweaking utility category. And in there, find version 8.1. If there's a newer version out, just use that and watch the tutorial for that. But what you want to do is just press download. It will take you to a Google Drive like this. And all you have to do is just right click on the EXM Free Tweaking Utility and press download. And while it's downloading, I want to tell you guys something. Get this video to 2,500 likes and get us to 33,000 subs for a new version of the free utility with a bunch of new tweaks. Anyways, it should show up in the top right corner right here. All you have to do is just press on it and it will open a folder like this. And after that, all you have to do is just extract it by pressing this button. Now you have it in the folder and it's time to open it. So for that, you just have to right click on it and run it as administrator and it will open like this. Make sure to put it in full screen. After that, it should show the welcome screen. All you have to do there is just press any key to continue. You can read this, it's just a warning. And then next up, we have something very important, which is making a restore point. So what a restore point is, it basically allows you to revert all the changes done to your PC by the utility. It basically will roll them back. All you have to do is press 1 followed by enter on your keyboard and it will create one. Simple as that. Alright, so it just made a restore point. Just press OK to continue. And now it will download the resources which the utility uses, such as the power plan, NVIDIA Profile Inspector, etc. And boom. So now we're finally in the menu and it's time to use the tweaks. So the first category that we have is general system optimizations. And for that, you just press 1 and enter. And you can press 1 and enter again. And it will just apply a bunch of general system optimizations. I added a few new tweaks to there in this update. After that, it will open this little menu where you have the option to toggle animations. And in there, all you have to do is just copy my settings. So make sure show thumbnails instead of icons is selected, show window contents while dragging, and smooth edges on screen font are selected as well. And after that, you can just press apply and press OK. So after that is FSO, which is full screen optimizations, and all you have to do is just select if you have Windows 10 or Windows 11. I personally am on Windows 11 and all you have to do is press 1 and enter. Boom. Next up is game mode. This is really similar. If you're on Windows 11, press 1. If you're on Windows 10, press 2. Boom. And yeah, that's everything for general system optimizations. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to be doing is power optimizations. And a little warning before we do them, make sure to only do these if your PC doesn't have overheating issues. So if you have really high temperatures on your PC, you can just skip over this category. Anyways, just press 2 and enter. Press OK on the pop-up. And I'm just going to be pressing the apply all button. You can feel free to go through them one by one. It will import the free power plan, which you can use, of course. It's one of the best free power plans out there. But I'm still going to be using my premium power plan since it's slightly better. And if you have any power plans which you don't use, they may randomly switch over. You can just press on change plan settings and delete them. But yeah, after that, you can just close it, press enter. Then we'll just do some general power tweaks. And now it will give you the option to delete the default power plans, which are the ones like balanced, power saver, and high performance. So you can skip this or you can do it. I will skip it. And the last thing in power is disabling certain GPU power saving features. So in here, you just have to select whichever type of GPU you have. I know that it only shows one for NVIDIA GPUs right here, but the thing is, most of it is covered by something which is in the GPU category, which you will see. That's why there's only one. But for AMD, there's a lot of them in here, so yeah. But anyways, the next thing that we have is going to be mouse and keyboard optimizations. So in here we have 3 different options, and the first one is just some general registry optimizations. So just press 1 and enter. And next up, we're going to be setting your mouse and keyboard data queue size. So just press 2, and in here you have an option to select if you have a high, mid, or low end CPU. And this is how you determine which one of these options you should use. So just press T to open task manager. In here, go to performance, which is right here. And what you want to do, you have to simply just comment below your CPU under this video, and I'll tell you whichever one of these options you should use. I personally have an Intel Core i7, which is a high-end CPU, so I'm going to be doing that option. Anyways, the last option in mouse and keyboard is going to be applying some USB optimizations. That's it. Afterwards, we have the GPU optimizations category, so just press 4. And in here, as in the power category, you just select whichever type of GPU you have. I have an NVIDIA GPU, and then it will apply the NVIDIA Profile Inspector profile, which will optimize your NVIDIA control panel settings, and that's where most of the power saving features get disabled. After that, you have the option to enable or disable hardware acceleration, which I highly recommend disabling it, because in most cases that will actually help your performance a decent amount, so I'm going to be disabling it. This is something that is different on each PC, so you can test it out yourself. It's better disabled on like 95% of PCs. So yeah, that's everything for GPU category. Next up, we have CPU optimization. So same as with power category, do not do this if your PC has overheating issues. Anyways, just press 5 and enter. Press OK on the warning. And in here, you just select 1 or 2 depending on if you have an Intel or AMD CPU. I have an Intel CPU, so I'm gonna be doing that. And boom, that's it. So afterwards, we have PC clean. In here, we have 2 simple options. This will just clean some temporary devices off your PC. Boom. And next up, it will open this little app. In here, just make sure your C drive is selected. Press OK. Make sure to select everything here. And as you can see, I have 24 gigabytes of temporary files, which is a lot. I'm just gonna clean it. So press OK, delete files, and boom. I'll skip to when it's finished. Alright, y'all, so I just finished. No diddy. Press any key to continue. I will take you back to the menu. Alright, so next up, we have system debloat. Alright, so in here, just make sure to not disable stuff which you actually use. I'll personally be pressing the apply all button, but you can feel free to go through these one by one. So I'm going to be pressing A. And it will just do this. Alright, so mitigations are basically security features against memory-based attacks, and this will just disable some of them. It will, of course, make your security a little bit worse, but for most people, you shouldn't really worry about it that much. I'll be disabling them, but if you're that type of person which just wants to have all security at 100%, then you can feel free to skip it or enable them. I'll be disabling them. Alright, so then we have auto runs. This will open this little app. In there, make sure to go to log on. This is very important, to go to log on. Alright, so in here, all you have to do is just uncheck everything which you don't want starting up when you turn on your PC. So as you can see, I unchecked Discord, Epic Games Launcher, and all of the basics. Just make sure that you keep CMD checked, your antivirus checked if you use an external one. And also, there may be some NA files, and I would just ignore them, keep them checked, because I'm not too sure on what these do exactly. But yeah, after that, you can just close it, and yeah, press enter. Afterwards, it will open the Windows Update Blocker, which is this little app which allows you to disable or enable updates. I know I've explained this a lot of times, but having Windows updates disabled is generally just better, because they can randomly start up in the background while you're doing some intensive task, and that will kill your performance. So just keep them disabled, and of course, if you want to install them, then enable them again. Anyways, you can press the apply button, close it, press enter. So if you use Bluetooth, then of course don't disable it. You can just skip this. I personally don't use it, so I'll be disabling it. And lastly, we have Microsoft Store. So again, if you don't use Microsoft Store, then you can go back to the menu or enable it. If you don't use it at all, then you can disable it because it runs in the background. So yeah, boom, that's everything for the debloat category. Next thing that we have is going to be storage optimizations. Anyways, press 1 followed by enter. Next up, you can enable user write cache and optimize NFTs. And the last 2 options are only for people with SSD. So if you have a hard drive, then skip them. This will just disable power saving features. And the last one will optimize FS util settings. Alright, so the 10th option is going to be fixing corrupted files. This is a pretty simple one. Just press 10. Alright, y'all, so scan just finished. After that, you can just continue on with the utility. So next up, we have uninstalling useless apps. In here, we have 4 simple options. The first one will just uninstall a bunch of useless Windows apps, which get installed automatically. Alright, boom. After that, you can uninstall some apps manually. This will just take you to settings. And in here, if you don't use something, then you can just uninstall it. I don't use Copilot. I'll uninstall that. Overall, I would just look through this list of apps and uninstall everything which you don't use. Alright, so then you have the option to uninstall Microsoft Edge. I don't use it at all, so I'll uninstall it. Boom. And lastly, you have the option to uninstall Cortana or Copilot. And yeah, so lastly, we have EXM Network Utility, which is basically just a network optimization tool. There's a separate tutorial for this. So all you have to do is just press T, and this tutorial will explain everything on how to use this tool. All you have to do is just skip to 210 and it will here explain everything. Anyways, that's everything for today's video. Make sure to restart your PC after using the utility so the tweaks properly apply. And yeah, thanks for watching. Love you guys. See you in the next one.